Angel Reese was older, I would have gotten on her about what she just said. Because I would have been like, how naive can you be?
The most recent comedy show featuring none other than Angel Reese has the WNBA completely blown away. Just announced that she will depose Caitlin Clark, as though the living legend would be overthrown by someone who has been preoccupied with pretending to be hurt and wailing about sideline drama. Oh, and don't forget about her complaining about her pay being below par. Angel's has been officially diluted.
Is a wonderful player, but she does not compare to what and who Caitlin Clark is when she's on the basketball floor. Plain and simple.
It's genuinely absurd. How does she believe she possesses the necessary skills to outperform the only thing Reese has mastered so far is making fun of herself? But maybe she's winning awards for being pathetic. Before Reese talks about taking over the WNBA, she might want to check her reputation first. Changing coaches won't make her the highlight. She needs to change her attitude first. Clark is the player who makes history every season.
Look, Angel Reese, there's nothing that she does where you go, did you see her?
It seems that Angel Reese believes that collaborating with LeBron James's trainer, David Alexander, will magically make her the next big thing in women's basketball. Yes, as if working with one of the top trainers in the world would make Reese superhuman and ready to overthrow Caitlin Clark. However, while Reese is out there doing whatever it is that requires her to perfect her general movement patterns, Caitlin Clark is busy actually honing her shooting and playmaking skills, which are what really count when you're trying to be the best player on the court. Good luck. Clark is honing the talents that have already put you behind Angel, while you're focusing on whatever it is. Reese may have enjoyed her brief time at LSU, but to suggest she's on par with Clark would be like declaring, I'm going to release a new album after singing in a shower for 5 minutes. That's not competitive, it's crazy. Although Clark is the queen of basketball overall, Reese may have been the queen of LSU. While Caitlin is already out there reinventing the entire game, Reese is out there boasting about surpassing Clark. However, please tell me more about how you plan to dethrone a legend before you've even begun practicing in the professionals.
Me and Camilla, this is the most we've ever lost in our life. I only lost 7 games in my last 2 years at LSU. So it's been hard for me, but adjusting and just kind of have that mindset of just moving on has been something I try to give myself a little bit of grace.
Let's go back in time to the 2023 NCAA championship. Do you remember it, Reese? While Reese was occupied playing WWE with her hand gesture, Clark was out there effortlessly outscoring everyone, including Rays, and trying to steal Clark's shine with that childish taunt by flipping the "you can't see me" gesture right back in Clark's face. Oh, that was a moment, all right, but for all the wrong reasons. While Clark was too busy creating history, Reese's major move was a pathetic attempt to make herself important by attempting to take center stage for a brief, 5-second moment. Reese was merely acting to get attention. This isn't the case.
There is no one like Caitlin Clark in the history of the WNBA.
Speaking of statistics, let's just take a look at Reese's WNBA debut, Caitlin. There was nothing noteworthy to write home about. In case anyone missed it, Ray scores 13.6 points per game, about 6 fewer than Clark, while Clark lights up the league with an average of 19.2 points per game and assists like she's been playing in the WNBA for years. Oh, and let's not forget that Clark led all rookies and provided 8.4 assists per game. What was Ray's doing? She was still working on getting a consistent shot off, but she did her best. Now, let's talk about the Rookie of the Year award. Clark easily accepted the trophy, which didn't even come close, while Ray's only had to be a finalist, which sounds like a participation trophy at this point.
They still ask you about Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
What is your stance on that?
So my whole thing was when I got drafted, number 7. So I'm like, cool. The pressure is not even on me because I'm drafted 7, so the pressure shouldn't be up there. So I'm like, all right, cool. I can just hoop. So I don't know when it started to just break out where I was just in Rookie of the Year conversations. I'm like, all right, cool.
It's because you started killing it.
Well, yeah.
But wait, things will get better. Reese is off. Court life has indeed evolved into a circus. She signed a contract with Reebok for signature shoes. Wow, what a game-changing shoe deal for someone who hasn't even demonstrated that she can consistently perform at the highest level. Meanwhile, Clark is out, changing the game with every move she makes. Reese, well, she's busy posting her lifestyle on Instagram, which is cute and all, but if you think that will help you beat Clark, then good luck. But since Reese loves to talk about that, she's out here highlighting her WNBA salary of $73 for 39 and talking about how expensive life is. Reese, honey, you're not exactly living in a mansion in Beverly Hills, so perhaps it's time to start budgeting better. In the meantime, Clark is managing her business with an eye toward the game and is obviously not concerned with the price of a Starbucks latte. Let's now discuss this unmatched league, which Reese hopes will be her big break. This 3x3 league, which will feature 34 of the best players in the world, is scheduled to begin play in January 2025. It's a huge deal, with all these elite athletes coming together, and Reese is looking like she's walking into a lion's den. I understand that she will make $250,000 for the 8-week season, which is a significant increase from her measly WNBA salary of $81,000 a year, which is nice. But the problem is that she's competing against players who are completely different from her. It's not just about the money or the headlines. It's about performance, and at the moment, Reese's performance doesn't say, "I'm ready for this competition," but rather, "I need a lot of work." This is where things get even more interesting. Reese is entering a league with some of the world's most talented players. Yes, Reese, you may have your sights set on the spotlight, but when it comes time to play, the spotlight will be on those who can truly bring it. If Reese believes that showing up and having fun will make her the next big thing, she's in for a harsh wake-up call. Critics are already calling this an overestimation, and to be honest, they may have a point. Yes, this league will be exciting and full of top-tier talent, but Reese isn't even close to the caliber of players who have already proven themselves at that level, so while she might get exposure, she could also get exposed. This league might reveal how much behind Reese is from Clark and perhaps even show how far she still has to go before she is on the same playing field if she doesn't improve.
I think it's really just the fans, her fans, the Iowa fans, now the Indiana fans that are like, they ride for her. And I respect that respectfully, but sometimes it's very disrespectful. I think there's a lot of racism when it.
Here's a reality check. Reese is able to talk about anything she desires to outperform Clark, but ultimately, that is just empty rhetoric that is ineffective and won't get you anywhere in professional basketball. If you want to challenge the best, you must have the skill to support it at this time. Reese's mouth is working harder than her game. She makes all these audacious boasts, but the issue is that she lacks the ability to make them a reality. Although Reese is training with one of the best in the industry, Clark is still out there putting in the work that counts. You can't buy your way into being the best. You can't just train with the best trainer and expect to be able to take down a legend. It takes years of dedication, consistent effort, and most importantly, talent. Reese is still stuck in the "I'll get there someday" phase, but Clark has already proven she's the real deal. It's easy to talk about taking over when no one is really challenging you, but when you step up against actual elite competition, that's where things get tough. And RE right now is still nowhere near Clark's level, so if she doesn't step up her game and stop acting like she's already there, she's going to be a footnote in Clark's journey rather than the one to dethrone her. After all, when Reese says she's going to dethrone Clark, let's just say the only thing she's going to be dethroning as herself from reality.